Ticket to Ride is one of those quintessential gateway games. Millions of copies have been sold across the world, and if you haven't played it, you've at least heard of it. What players are going to be doing on their turn is they're going to be trying to connect cities to each other by laying claim to different rail routes that are across the map. All while doing so, they're going to be trying to block their opponents from doing the exact same thing, scoring them victory points in the process. Now, how you do so is you have these train cards. These train cards are made up of a whole bunch of different colors. You get these on your turn by taking an action. The action you can take is you can either draw 2 cards, so that's either going to be a card off the top of the deck, another card off the top of the deck. Another thing you can do is you can draw from a face-up row that's laid out across the table of 5 cards. You could draw a card, replace that card, and then draw another card, replace that card that are face-up. You could even mix match, draw a card face-up, replace that card, and then draw off the top of the deck if you want. And that would just be one action. After that action done, it goes to the next player. There's some other little quirks as well in the drawing of the cards. Like you have the wild cards. You can't actually draw 2 wild cards if it's face-up. In fact, once you draw 1 face-up wild card, for the first draw, you can't draw a second card. If the wild card is the second card that comes up face-up, you can't draw that one as a second draw. Essentially, the wild cards, if they're face-up, take 2 draws to be able to pick up, which it makes sense when you look at it. So another action you could take is you can play a set of cards that you have that have a corresponding match of color. So, for example, if you have 3 pink cards, you can actually claim route to a 3 pink space, like over here from Los Angeles to San Francisco, scoring you victory points in the process. Now, a train route of 3 spaces here is actually going to be 4 victory points, moving your token along the track that's laid out on the edge of the map. One of the other axes you could take in this game is drawing some destination cards. Now, these destination cards, you're going to have a couple at the beginning of the game, and this is what tells you what route you need to take. So, for example, in this one says Seattle to Los Angeles. So, if I was able to connect Seattle to Los Angeles to Seattle here, all connected via a solid train route. Now, it doesn't have to be a direct shot, for example, but as long as it connects, then it would actually score me at the end of the game 9 victory points. If I have this in my hand at the end of the game and I don't complete this destination, then these points are actually deducted from my final score. So you've got to be super careful. If you're going to keep these cards in your hand, you're going to draw more. You've got to make sure that you think you can complete them, because otherwise you may be in for a world of hurt. This is a very, very simple game that is absolutely a blast to play. It is a great game for any kind of gamer, whether that be a non-gamer, brand new to the hobby. A very, very awesome gateway game. I don't know how I've waited so long to pick this one up. I think the gateway game that I've been using for so long has actually been Catan. I can't wait to actually show this to my family, who are not necessarily gamers, and I think they're really going to dig it as well. I mean, these Trill train cars are just awesome. I mean, they're the plastic little cheap plastic cars, but how the actual map works well together as far as like blocking routes with the different colors. It plays really quick. I mean, your turn, boom, boom, you're done. There's not that much analysis paralysis going on that we've come up with. 2 to 5 players, the lower player counts, it's not as good. The main difference in the lower player counts is when it has a double route here, like for example, here's the yellow and the red. On a 2 or 3 player game, you can only use one or the other. In a higher player count of 4 or 5, you can actually use both train routes. So that's Ticket to Ride, a gateway game that I just can't speak high enough about. This has replaced Catan for me as the game to go to try to get people into the hobby, to want to show them, hey, this is what board games look like now, without overwhelming them with rules, because this is a very simple game. Honestly, even more simpler than Catan was. And I think this is a game that can be played with anyone. And with all the different maps that are out there, it has endless possibilities, and I can't wait to play more Ticket to Ride. Alright everyone, this has been Will from Mature Minded Gamers, so please hit that like and subscribe button. Check out all of our other great content on maturemindedgamers.com. So until next time, everyone, stay safe.